So as Jesse was saying, we're having a two-parter today, and the first half hour we're going to be talking about high-performing teams and how that correlates to brain science. And there was an article that was published by Britt Andriata, I have here on the screen, that covered these principles. So I'm blatantly just stealing from her content just to generate content, right? Just to generate a conversation. So how do we combat that, right? Britt Andriata, in the article that we're highlighting here, she details 4 steps to leveraging brain science in encouraging high performing or managing high performance teams. So this first step is to think about the stages of group development, right? And in that norming stage, you can even have good norming or bad norming, right? And that's what she calls out, that team leaders should set an environment where good norming deals with respect and safety and all of that, right? And if not, then we can lead to other, bad consequences. Step number 2 is for managers to know the difference between collaboration and, and the different types of teamwork that can occur, collaboration, cooperation, etc. Step number 3, again, creating and fostering an environment of inclusion and belonging, right? A lot of the research says that, obviously employees who bring their whole selves into the workplace with that feeling of belonging and inclusion are going to be, much more productive, right? That's a no-brainer. I think we all know that. Step number 4, that she encourages to use the 4 gates to peak performance model, right? And she highlights that in her article. I don't have to go through the whole thing, but basically building that psychological safety, building a sense of purpose and belonging, and encouraging and doing tactics that will ensure peak performance of a team.
So what we'd like to do is we're going to put you into breakout rooms, and we'd like to have about a 10-15-minute discussion about what neuroscience evidence-based strategies have you used to build high-performing teams in your organization?
We discussed a lot of things, but one of the things we talked about was trust and how there has to be a feeling of safety for people and a feeling that they need to trust each other. We talked about the speed of trust as one area that some people are using that book in order to help people get that feeling that there is trust among each other, especially as they're trying to go forward with the strategies of the workplace.
We talked about something similar as far as the trust component, and that being the foundation for any high performing team. And I think we were talking about different strategies that the different folks on the call have used in order to build that trust, whether it be getting to know each other on a personal basis or having a aligned goal of passing an exam or aligned goal for the teams coming together. So really that foundation, that trust foundation is where we focus most of our time and discussion.
I talked with Terry regarding her book and shared some information on, how we could help her get her book out to 10 million subscribers on Get Abstracts. Pretty much just do an interview and have her answer some questions and then open it up to you guys as well for any questions you'd like to ask Terry. If there's one idea that you would like people to walk away with after reading your book, what would that be?
It's less about being an idea. I want people to walk away inspired to be learners themselves, to actually learn with intention, to put more thinking into their own sense of purpose, to drive their own learning. And then also, share that with other people, to share what learning has done for them with other people. And I think, also to continue to drive messages that it's never really too late to develop yourself and continue to develop into that, whatever that next chapter or what that next future state is. But I was very focused on trying to keep everything very positive and very inspirational. So I'm really hoping that's what people walk away from the book with, is inspiration.